Hi guys! Here's a no prep ESL game that your students will love. It's called Bingo. Bingo can be applied to all ages over many different teaching situations. It helps your students practice their listening, spelling, and reading skills. Here are the steps. First, create a bingo sheet on the board. You can create a 4x4 box on the board and ask your students to copy it in their notebooks or on a sheet of paper. Or to save time, you can make copies of the bingo sheet and pass it out to your students. After that, write a list of your target words on the board. If your box is 4x4, you will need 16 words. Ask your students to then copy those words into their own boxes in a random order. Now you're ready to give game instructions. You can tell your class, I'm going to say a word, cross it out when you hear it. And when you get 4 in a row, you will say bingo and win. Remember to demonstrate to your class that 4 in a row can be horizontal, vertical, or diagonal. And practice saying with them a few times, bingo, and shout at the top of their lungs so they get into the right atmosphere. When a winner pops up in the game, I usually scan quickly to make sure they got the answer right before announcing that we have a winner. Usually my students want to go on and on and on until everyone gets a bingo, but gauge their enthusiasm level on where to cut. If the class is lower level, I might repeat the word twice, pause so they practice their listening, and then point to the answer on the board to make sure that they crossed out the right word. Even low levels really enjoy this game because it's high competition and it's within their grasp. Here are some more bingo game ideas. Just now we looked at bingo numbers. You can also do bingo vocabulary with whatever unit you're talking about so that your students have a chance to practice their listening, spelling, and word recognition. If your students are beginners or lower levels, you can try Bingo Pictionary, where the students don't write the words down because they don't know how to yet, and instead you replace them with pictures. So you have to pre-create those cards with different animals in different boxes and pass one out to each of your students. And when you say the word, for example, cat, they all cross out the cat. You can do this with colors as well, or sports or vocabulary. Another fun form of bingo is bingo charades. Instead of saying the word out loud, maybe you have a student act it out. Like if it's sports, maybe you have them act out playing basketball, and then they cross out the word basketball. You can also use Bingo Phonics for students to practice their digraphs. Or you can do bingo antonyms so that they write down a word and you say the opposite of the word and they have to cross it out. Or bingo synonyms, where the students write down a word like beautiful, but instead of saying beautiful, you say pretty, and they have to see if they can connect the words if you're teaching them synonyms. You can also do bingo comprehension, where you say the meaning of a word the students have on the list, and then they cross out the right word. Or you can try bingo as an icebreaker. In the beginning of an ESL class, you can have students find someone who has 3 brothers, or 1 sister, or has a dog, and then they have to ask each other those questions and then write down their names. The list can go on and on. Bingo has many ways you can develop. I hope you have fun with it. As with any other fun games, students will get bored if you do it too much. So make sure to hit subscribe so you can get my weekly ESL game ideas. See you soon. Bye!